I'm Miss Counsel, relationship expert and life coach, and today's topic is an apology is not a criteria for forgiveness. Here's the reason why an apology is not a criteria for forgiveness. Because forgiveness is for you. Sometimes you have to be able to go on without somebody saying the words, I'm sorry. The apology has to contain two things. It has to contain words and it has to contain actions. So what if you can't get that from a person? What if they are too stubborn? Or maybe they don't feel like they did anything wrong. So that's the reason why I say that an apology is not the criteria for forgiveness. Forgiveness is for you. You need to forgive in order to move on. Forgiveness is about letting go of past hurts and just moving on. So that's why I say that forgiveness is not a criteria for, an apology is not the criteria for forgiveness. You have to be able to take what you know, learn from it, and be able to move forward. There's a consequence to not forgiving someone. You're carrying the burden. You're carrying someone else's burden and what has happened in the past. By not forgiving, you're constantly reliving and thinking about that situation or that incident or that occurrence. And you may lose sleep at night because you're thinking about it. You may be depressed. You may be tired when you wake up the next morning. What if you have to go to work? Or what if you have kids? You can't be the best you that you can be for yourself or for anyone else. That can lead to a lot of issues. What if you're not working out? When you're tired, you don't, or you're feeling down, you don't want to eat right. You don't want to go and exercise. That's the last thing you want to do is hit the gym, right? So subsequently, what'll happen is you'll start having health problems. It's a whole domino effect by not forgiving. Stress, the way stress really shows up in your body with fatigue, headaches, God forbid some migraines. No migraine sufferers out there, y'all understand what I mean. But chest pains, heart attacks. But it's very important that you understand that stress can really affect you in your body physically. People always ask me the question, well, if I forgive them, does that mean I have to take them back? No. You get to decide who you allow to sit at your table. Stop pulling out a chair and welcoming in folks who don't deserve to be there. You can someone can apologize to you. You say, I forgive you, and you can block them from that point on. You don't have to dine with someone because they want to dine with you. So I say, let them go. Show them the door, block them, whatever you need to do to protect your peace. But it's about moving on. And remember, this forgiveness is for you. It's not for them. So there doesn't need to be an action on your part other than if they said, ask for your forgiveness, you saying, acknowledging it and accepting it. But you don't have to keep that person around. I say, if a person has hurt you to a certain extent, you get to decide if you want to keep them in your life. But by accepting their apology or the fact that they apologize does not mean that you have to keep them in your circle. There's a difference between forgiveness and reconciliation. Forgiveness is for one. Remember I said forgiveness is for you. But in order to reconcile, two or more people have to be involved and there has to be an action that takes place. So I just said that you don't have to continue having that person in your life. You don't have to take them back just because they've apologized and you've forgiven them. So there doesn't have to be a reconciliation. Let's say you are upset, mad, y'all weren't talking anymore. They come forth and they apologize, and then we're moving forward just as if the offense has never happened before. So that would mean that you reconcile, but that's not necessary in order to forgive a person and move on. Maybe you don't want to keep seeing that person. You don't want to keep hearing their voice, and you certainly don't want that action to be replayed. So it's not necessary to reconcile. So we've just talked about how an apology is not criteria for forgiveness. Because remember that forgiveness is for you. And you don't have to reconcile with anybody. Accept that apology or that apology that you never got and move on with peace in your life. Because peace allows you to be able to have freedom, to have a great life. If you'd like help to find that peace after divorce and move on with your life, please connect with me by going to my website, MissCounselKnows.com.